Hey, this is Shondelle, aka Coach, and as promised, I am back with another informative and hopefully educational video for you. And this week I'm talking about supplements. Hopefully last week you enjoyed my superfood shake that I make to break my fast. If you haven't watched that, I'll be posting it on my website, CrossFit 954, later today. And I'll be posting all these videos from there from now on. Today I want to talk about supplements because it's a question I get all the time from clients. What supplements should I be taking? And it's a very valid question, right? And because supplements are everywhere and we know that there's probably some necessity for them, but there's so many and it's overwhelming and we don't know what to take and which ones to take, and it's just a whole thing. And I, by no means, am a supplement expert, right? I have a lot of colleagues and peers who know way more about supplements, know much more about supplements than I do. But I know enough, right? I know enough, and I am on this path of really studying how to optimize health and vitality and well-being. So for 20 something years, I've been focused on fitness, right? Working out, getting people in shape, creating workouts. I can do that all day, every day. But I know, and I've known for a long time, that there are other elements to wellness besides just working out, right? If you're not eating the right foods in the right amounts at the right times, if your body's lacking certain nutrients, if you're not getting enough sleep, which will be my next video, if you're just highly stressed and not managing the hormones in your body related to stress, if your hormones are out of balance, there's so many entities. There's your brain and your psychology and how you think, and not just how you consciously think, but the actual physiology that's happening in your brain, the chemicals that are maybe not present in enough quantity, or perhaps overproducing. So I'm really on this path of studying what we call biohacking, right? Which is basically hacking your body so it functions better, so we live better quality of lives, and so we increase our longevity. Okay, so that was a little mouthful, and I'm already at 2.5 minutes, and I said this was going to be under 7 minutes. So I'm going to go through these supplements. Now, I take a lot of supplements. You do not have to take anywhere near as many supplements as I take, okay? I have supplements pretty much for any situation. My mom is also a naturopath, so if I have as much as a cough, there's a package of supplements in the mail the next day. So I'm extreme with it. And most of the supplements that I take, I don't take every day. I take as needed. I take a few of them a couple times a week. I had low iron, so I was like hyperdosing on iron and iron-related supplements. Now my iron is stable, so I'm taking less. I still take some, but not every day as much. So my point is, you don't have to take a ton. I'm going to go over the basics, okay? And the first one is a multivitamin, all right? Multivitamin is, I like to explain as nutritional insurance. It ensures that you're getting from the nutrients that you're not getting from your food, okay? Most of us, I would venture almost all of us, without supplementation, are lacking some vitamin or mineral every single day. And studies consistently show this, right? And nowadays, with our poor food supply, the quality of our soil, which is getting depleted and just doesn't have all the nutrients and minerals and all the stuff our body needs to thrive, it's even more important to make sure that you're getting what you need. Now, there are synthetic multivitamins and there are whole food-based multivitamins. Synthetic vitamins are the majority. Those are your Centrums, the cheaper ones, right? That are manufactured in a laboratory and they attempt to mimic real vitamins that are produced by food. So my recommendation to you, when you get a multivitamin, get a whole food-based multivitamin. Usually they will say, that's another thing I just want to say. I don't have loyalty to any one brand. There's certain brands that I like more than others, but This is a good brand, Mega Food, Farm to Table, and this is a woman's one daily. So I take one multivitamin, but look, vitamin A, which is beta carotene, which converts to vitamin A, and it says with carrot. So we get beta carotene from carrots, right? So that's how the vitamin A is created in this versus this synthetic version of that. And I can go into a whole thing on why the synthetics are not ideal. And there are some great whole food based multivitamin companies, but make sure at the very least you have a good multivitamin that you take every day and it is whole food based, not synthetic. And if you don't know, you can ask wherever you're buying it from, or you can reach out to me and I will help you to decipher that. All right, and then I take some other supplement vitamins that are in my multivitamin, but I just want to make sure that I have enough. Vitamin D, very important for anti-aging, very important for preventing inflammation in the body, for keeping your brain healthy, a lot of benefits. Now, our body produces vitamin D from the sun. Times like this during the year, when it's colder outside, you may not be outside as much, you're not getting as much vitamin D, you must supplement with a vitamin D. Now, I should have prefaced all this by saying, this is what I take. I am not prescribing anything to you. I'm just saying this is what I take and this is why I take it. So do your due diligence to figure out what's right for you. Consult your ideally functional medicine doctor and, go from there. All right, so I take vitamin T, I take vitamin B. The benefits of vitamin B are just, well, I was very low on vitamin B for a long time. When I started supplementing, my energy and mood transformed. So this is also a whole food based company. This company, Doctors Research, they make all whole foods supplements. You can only buy this stuff through a naturopathic doctor or someone licensed. You can't just go to Whole Foods and pick these up. And I take vitamin C just because we're in flu season and I want to build my immunity as much as possible. So I OD on vitamin C, and I have my kids do it as well, sometimes 5,000, 6,000 milligrams per day. All right, so whatever it says on here, I usually double that. But again, that's me. All right, so those are the vitamins I take. All right, then we have our probiotics. Now, you know the importance, I'm sure you've heard the importance of your gut biome, the trillions of bacteria that live in our gut, basically also now referred to as the second brain, because so much of our body's physiology is here in our gut, right? Serotonin, which is our feel-good hormone, 90% of that is produced in our gut. So if you have gut imbalances, which most of us do, especially if you've been on antibiotics for a long time, it doesn't matter how long ago, antibiotics kill bacteria, right? Probiotics put the good stuff back in. I could do a whole video just on probiotics. This is a new one that I've been using, Seed, SEED.com, great probiotic. I recently I'm in the process of doing a gut biome test. When I get the results back from that, I'll know exactly what probiotics I need. And they actually customize my probiotics based on my gut test. So that's cool. Company called Thrive. And then prebiotics, which feed the good biotic, feed the probiotics. So prebiotic, probiotic, and you can find both of them in tandem. Then we have super omega-3s. Omegas basically make up, it's a fat, right? A fatty acid makes up our cell membranes, which are super important. And I'm not going to go into the extreme detail, but we have our most common omega-3s, omega-6s. Omega-6 we get a lot of in especially if you are a meat eater, right? You do get some omega-3s as well, but the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3s are, for most people, way off track, right? Ideally, you want a ratio of 4:1. 4 omega-3s, 1 to omega-6. So you want way more omega-3s available than omega-6. Okay, and for most people, I think in this country, it's something like the average is like 20:1, the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. You can get tests to check this as well, but you cannot go wrong taking an omega-3 supplement. All right, and I OD on these. I take a lot of them. Can't really hurt you. Helps with joints. Helps with it's just like on the same category as a multivitamin. Like, you need omegas. If you do a lot of sardines and salmon and what else has omega-3s? Olive oils and things like that, you will get a good quantity. But again, this is nutritional insurance to make sure you get enough. All right, I'm gonna move faster because I'm already at 10 minutes. Digestive enzymes, hugely important. Digestive enzymes break down your food. Now, our body produces some in limited quantities. Our food also contains some, but because again of our food quality, if you eat a lot of processed foods, you eat out a lot, then you're not getting the best quality food, then your food is lacking in digestive enzymes. Nowadays, most bodies are lacking digestive enzymes, so supplementing with digestive enzymes, just make sure that you're giving your body the enzymes it needs to break down your food. Because if you've ever eaten a meal and you feel like the food's not going anywhere, or you're constipated, or you're just feeling off with your digestion, oftentimes it's that you're not digesting. Right? For me, I'm lactose intolerant. Lactase is the enzyme that breaks down lactase breaks down lactate, or whatever the protein is. Forgot what the protein is called. Lactate. Yeah, lactate is the milk that they make without lactase. Lactose, and lactase breaks down lactose, right? So if I want to have foods that are high in dairy, I'm going to supplement with, make sure my digestive enzyme has lactase in it. This is a protein digestive enzyme because it breaks down your meat. Like if you eat a meat eater, this will break it down. Like there's videos online. You can pour this stuff in a bowl of water and put a piece of meat in there, and it'll literally disintegrate before your eyes. All right, this is just a combination digestive enzymes. These are just different brands that I use. So, but a good digestive enzyme. I'm almost done here. All right, and then I have my dailies. I went over this. I'm not going to go into detail. My protein shake, which I showed you guys last week, and I just make sure I use organic. I make sure that there's not a lot of sugar and there's a high quantity of protein. This has 22 grams of protein. This has no sugars, and the amount of goodness in this thing are too many to name. So I use this, but again, there's other brands I use. I also make sure I use a greens powder. Now, none of us eat enough fruits and vegetables. We know that. I think it's like 5 to 7 servings a day, fruits and vegetables. Very few people eat for breakfast. Maybe a salad for lunch, maybe a little bit at dinner. And that's not every day. And, and I'm pretty conscious as far as consumption of fruits and at least vegetables. I'm not a big fruit eater, but I'm conscious, but I still don't get enough. So this greens drink just ensures that I'm getting enough, right? This is just a brand I randomly picked up the other day. I usually use what's the name of it? Green Vibrance. Organifi is very good. Athletic Greens, but it's a green powder. It has kale, spinach, barley, beets, wheatgrass, like so many servings of fruits and vegetables. If I take this, I know I'm good. I know I've gotten what I need. So I'll put this in a smoothie for the kids. They'll drink it. Now they're pretty programmed. I can just mix it with water and they'll guzzle it down. But if you want to give this to your kids, put it in a smoothie with fruit and make sure that they're getting everything they need. Make sure you're getting everything you need, and it will taste still pretty great. All right, and here's another one. And then the last one I'm going to talk about category. So I got my vitamins, my digestives, my omegas, my daily greens, my protein, my probiotics, and then this one is just, you probably have heard activated charcoal. This is just for those times when I know I'm not going to be eating clean. Like I'm about to go meet a friend for lunch. It's going to be a high protein meal, so I'm going to have a couple of these before I step out the door in a few minutes. And activated charcoal I'm going to take when I get back. This is a toxin absorber. So when you know you're eating crap, you've eaten something that may not be the best quality, and those moments are going to happen, right? They're inevitable. You're going to eat crap sometimes. You take this and it absorbs the toxins, right? So it just makes it less harmful of a meal. Let's just say, don't take activated charcoal when you take this other stuff, because it will absorb everything, the good stuff, the bad stuff. It's just it's like a toxin like sponge. It's like a nutrient sponge. All right, so I just like to keep this on hand, like when I'm on the road, when I'm traveling, and I know I'm just not gonna, be eating out a lot and probably have a lot of foods with like glyphosate and pesticides and all that crap, and I want to absorb some of that. I'll take this. All right, so there you have it. Those are the supplements I take. Feel free to reach out to me if you need like some personal advice. That's all I can give you is just, a little advice, because I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything. But you need supplements, right? Our food sucks. And even if you're spending money on organic food, non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture-raised meat, which is 95% of the meat that I consume, except when I'm going to meet a friend for lunch and I know I'm going to be eating industrial meat, gross. That's what this is for. But regardless of how clean you eat, it's hard to get everything we need every day. All right, so get your supplements. Start with the multivitamin, an omega, a digestive enzyme, a good probiotic, a green, and a protein. So that's 6 things to just get started with. All right, hope this was helpful. Talk to you next time. Next week, my video will be on sleep and how to get more of it and why it's important and all the little hacks I've been discovering on how to enhance your sleep. Take care.